This is your DJ Mon Looker from TejanLocal.com radio and Music Highlights, also representing the Tejano Nation, guys. And we are here in San Antonio at Conjunto at its best at Bosmans, and everybody knows if you know the Conjunto, everybody knows this guy right here. We have
Ephraim Bosmans. Everybody calls me Bosmans, and my title now is Ambassador of Conjunto.
Ambassador of Conjunto
around the world. Thanks to Bone Mauricio. He handed
so a lot of names in the Conjunto, but when we're talking about Conjunto, okay, Bosman, when we're talking about Conjunto, what are we talking about?
Where do you want me to take it? From the where it started, the origins and stuff like that, or where it's going, or where I wanted to get to?
Well, first of all, I started the Conjunto blog so that people know what Conjunto is. So right now, a lot of people know about the mainstream or progressive Conjunto, but they don't know about the West Texas, South Texas. They don't know about the Cindy Ramos out there. They don't know about the Elijahs out there. They don't know about the Santiago Garzas, Ronnie Cocuy. They don't know about those Únicos, those the nitty gritty Conjunto.
Conjunto consists of 4 major players. You consider the vocalist, which is usually the accordion player, the bass player, the bajo sexto, and drums. It started off with just the accordion and the bajo in the fields, in las pizcas de las labores aquí en Texas, right? So that progressed, and then they started playing in backyards for parties and stuff like that, because they would do that during their breaks. And then Conjunto kept growing and growing, and then they started doing quinceañeras and bodas, and that's where we're at right now and stuff like that. Now, it peaked during the 80s, and it started kind of like dying down a little bit, but being that it's Conjunto, they're the origins of all Tejano kind of music and stuff like that, so it'll never go away and stuff. And I've kept it as long as I could. I've been in the business now for 34 years promoting Conjunto music and stuff like that. Here at Bosmans, I've showcased over 138 Conjuntos.
The crazy thing is when I do my Conjunto blog, and I'm on the 4th year now, on every different style of Conjunto, from the mainstream, from the South Texas, like every style of Conjunto, and it always came to the same thing, that Conjunto, even though it's not like social media known, but like
it's gonna get
in there. But Conjunto is always so strong. Like it's the roots are strong. Why is it so strong?
Because that Tejano came along, Tejano progressive, Tejano alternative. The basic 4 was Conjunto, the 4 major players. Without the Conjunto, there wouldn't have been this Tejano. There wouldn't have been this Conjunto alternative. When you add a sax and stuff like that, or a keyboard, you're talking about a different style of music. Still Tejano, but your basic 4 is the 4 major players of Conjunto. And that won't change. That'll always be that.
Well, what it is about Conjunto you want to elaborate on? Because, I mean, we have the ambassador of Conjunto right now. So, like, if anybody knows anything about Conjunto, obviously it's Bosman.
People travel, and it's all about the compás. Either you got it or you don't got it. You can practice it, but not everybody can catch that lightning in a bottle, to say. But if you have it, that compás has to be there, and you're gonna feed it down to your bones and stuff like that. I don't want to make you open a beer or get up and dance and stuff like that. So I hope I can say that.
So is that why? Is that why? Because I know, like in other people's interviews or when you go to a Conjunto dance, is that why everybody wants to drink, or is that why, like, oh, wait a minute, let's go dance, and it's puro baile?
It's a feel good sound. You can feel it. That compás, it's a heartbeat. It's a heartbeat. And if you love it, it's in your blood. It's in my passion is Conjunto. It's in my heart. It's in my blood.
You know what's funny? When I was speaking with Lupe Hernandez, and she was making her radio station back in the days, her slogan was the heartbeat of Conjunto.
I remember I have a lot of promoters, and the thing is, how can I put it? I want to put it mildly, or can I say anything I want? La envidia entre promotores antes. There was a lot of envy among promoters. What they couldn't understand was why, or what I couldn't understand, why they didn't want to share the spotlight. There's enough for everybody and stuff like that. We don't all live in the same state. We don't all live in the same city. So I united the promoters. I asked them to do this favor, and I asked them for 1 year of their time to see if it would work. And we came together. Now we can go to Chicago. We can go to Arizona, California, and we all know each other. We go there, and those people get to know other people from here when they come here and stuff like that. They become friends on social media, and the rest is history. That's how I was able to change the industry.
So yeah, so that ambassador that does, now that you explain that fits you.
I mean, at first a lot of people were kind of hesitant, but it works. I mean, somos Mexicanos travel too. We got money, we go to different places and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to go to Chicago. Hey, there's a Conjunto dance on this weekend. Well, why not show up? You know, we're bound to know somebody there.
So what about Bosmans? What about this location? Because Bosman's been here for a while, and everybody knows this location to be Conjunto. This place is the spot for Conjunto.
There's a history behind it. I started 34 years ago as a manager for the Bamba nightclub. Thank you to La Familia Aguirre for that. Shout out. 20 years ago, my mom knew that I wanted a place and that we were going to get ready for it. And she retired from civil service, and we opened up Bosman. So it'll be 20 years this year in October that I've had it now. Mom, rest in peace. I love you, and I thank you for everything you did. But I kept the dream alive with the Conjunto music. She loved Los Dos Gilbertos, and we got to meet so many people, so many groups. And I thank and I appreciate all the groups that have come in for us and stuff like that. A lot of times there was a group that didn't want to even come in because they thought it was, we were called, like, comadre, escuchando, the hole in the wall. Remember, comadre? But this hole in the wall had pride, had heart, and be surprised at how many people envy this place just because of that and stuff like that. I keep it real. I'm fair because I used to be a traveling musician myself. I used to be able to drink $75 worth of beer at Tocada, and I would get paid $40 a night. True story. I'm the first one that bought in the original Hometown Boys of San Antonio. I traveled with Los Gilbertos, Mingo Salivar, all these guys played at La Bamba nightclub for us and stuff like that. Thank you. So there's a history behind that, and then we took over Bosman's, me and my mom, and 20 years we're still here.
So what are some of the struggles that Bosman's went through? Because owning that's the thing about you, is that you're not just a promoter, you're also a business owner. You actually have money on the line. You have your name, your reputation. You have a big loss that you could undertake.
I can say that, and I don't always win. I've lost a lot, but at the same time, you have to understand, it's the pride of the culture, it's the love of the music, and the chance that you give those groups that need a chance. A lot of venues don't want to give kids or new bands or chavalones that are starting up that opportunity. I got that chance at the age of 19 to be able to manage a bar, and I'm paying it forward. Somebody's going to open the door for somebody, and that's me. If I take the loss, I'm going to take the loss. But you got to remember, these kids are going to grow up. We're dying generations. I mean, I've gone through 4 of them already and stuff like that. I've known the Little Rascals de Conjunto when they were 11. Cedric was 11 when they first started here and stuff like that. Now he's 27 with kids and everything like that. And I see them, and it's like full circle. Now I'm bringing up new generations. We got Elijah Aguirre from Mesa, Arizona. Shout out, thank you for coming in. The Divas, Camila and Bella, they performed here tonight with Cindy Ramos. Cindy Ramos took over the torch from Linda Escobar. We had that passing of the torch here in Boston too, and stuff like that. So yeah, I pride myself in stuff like that. On that, you have to have that. Win or lose, eventually, it's not the money. It's all about the pride in the culture. That, so.
I personally know Elijah because I'm currently in Arizona, and in that, not many people do that. Not many people take in the youth and pretty much, I guess what they'll say, business term, they'll gamble on potential loss.
And a lot of venues, and mind you, like you said, mine's a small venue. Other venues that have the opportunity, they have the money, they can give them 15 minutes of that time with other bands to showcase them. and they won't take that opportunity to do that. And that's a shame because these kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna remember. Hey, I remember when I'm gonna be old, sitting in a rocking chair, looking at YouTube, and I remember when these kids went into Boston for the first time. I gave them that chance. I gave them that opportunity. Now I sponsor them, so and I love that.
So what have been some of the upsides? What are some of the glories of Bosmans being here?
Uh, Jesus Christ, there's been so many of them. The people that I've gotten to meet, I've met so many people throughout the years and stuff like that, and that works for me. I'm happy with just that. As far as awards or recognitions and stuff like that, we've been Conjunto Dance Spot of the Year thanks to the STCA. I garnered the Heritage Music Medal Award in Austin, Texas. Shout out to Piper and Baldo. I also got Puro Conjunto Music Awards through Jesse. We got recognition, Guadalupe Awards, and this is the first time I'm going to announce it because I wasn't supposed to, but I'm going to do it here with your podcast. Rancho Alegre, the only Conjunto festival that's in Texas, and that's sad to say because it's our state capital, and we're known for Conjunto, the state of Conjunto. Their one festival that they have in Austin, Texas, is going to recognize me on April the 7th, 2024, and I'm going to be given the Lifetime Achievement Award. And I've been in the business for over 34 years, and when they called me, I was actually speechless, and that's hard to do for me.
That's amazing. That's an honor. You have to get an achievement like that. That's an honor.
It is. Now, we were talking earlier off the pot, and you asked me what was going on and stuff like that. And I wanted to do this interview because I know you've been asking me, and we just haven't been able to connect. So I'm glad we're doing this. The other interview that was given to me, I was called by Juan Tejeda of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts, and I was called by Cristina Bailly, who recognized what I've done with the industry and stuff like that. Conjunto Music has actually crossed the pond over into France, and it's getting big over there and stuff like that. So there was a magazine writer coming into San Antonio to the Chamber of Commerce here, to the tourists and stuff like that department, and they wanted to do an interview with somebody about the Conjunto industry, and he didn't want, and he specially asked that he didn't want the pearl, no hard feelings, guys, no tourist spots. He wanted the homegrown Conjunto feeling and stuff like that. And Cristina actually called me and she goes, "There's only one person that we knew who to call for, and that was here." So they came here to Bosmans, and I asked the one questioning me, and I was told that you work for a magazine like the Rolling Stones, and he goes, "No, Mr. Bosmans," he goes, "we are the Rolling Stones magazine from France."
Oh,
So it'll be coming out pretty soon. I know it takes about maybe 4 to 5 months for it to come out, and look for it, guys. It'll be probably on the internet. I asked for some copies. I might be able to get some here. When I do, I'll let everybody know about that. But it's the Rolling Stones magazine out of France, and that was a interview that I was not expecting because I did not know that that's what it was.
yeah, wow. So I noticed you have a wall of signatures out there. What's that wall for? What does it signify?
Every star that's on my wall has a signature of the Conjunto artists that have performed here. I have 132 stars on my wall. Some of the ones that have signatures on them have already passed. In paz descanse, Salvador Garcia, and some other ones that have some Grammy Award winners. Mr. Max Baca has a star here. Tejano artist Oscar G. We got a whole bunch of conjuntos that have performed here and stuff like that, and each one has a star. That's just paying tribute to them and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll work in the long run. But
Well, Mr. Bossman, is there anything else you want to add or tell anybody out there? Is there something that I didn't cover or something that you're really just itching to get off your chest? And where do they find you here?
we are in San Antonio, Texas, on the south side, 672 Elks. Everybody calls me Bosmans. No other name given, like Cher. But yeah, come on down. If you're ever in San Antonio, you want a good spot to come and chill. It's a family run, and you feel like family here. Come by. Everybody's welcome here. No matter who you are, what you do, you're welcome to come to Bosmans here in San Antonio.
That's right, guys. This is your DJ, Mahaloka from TejanoLocal.com Radio and Music Highlights, also representing Tejano Nation here. And we're here with
Ephraim Bosmans.
Conjunto at its best, keeping you connected.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.